And overview module for the perpetual traffic formula. I hope you're ready to get started because this is where it all begins. Now, to kind of open things up, I just wanted to congratulate you on making a very, very wise decision. I know sometimes when you get to this point, you've sort of come out of the ether, you're ready to get started. It's common to have some doubts and to be a little bit worried, like, oh, is this the real deal? I want to encourage you. I want you to know that this absolutely is the real deal. This stuff actually does work. What you're going to learn over the course of the next few weeks is going to get you traffic if you follow the steps that I lay out for you. This is not some gimmick. This is not some flash in the pan, little traffic tweak that will be here today, gone tomorrow. What you're going to learn in this training is going to get you traffic very quickly, but we're going to do it the right way. We're going to do it the way Google wants us to do it, and we're going to get traffic quickly, and we're going to keep doing it for a while. Remember, I talked about some of the videos. We're really bridging that gap between the black hat and the white hat world, between the people who spam the search engines and the white hat people who do everything by hand, and it takes them forever, and sometimes they don't get results. We're going to give you, in the perpetual traffic formula, a system that's going to get you traffic today, but you're also going to have traffic tomorrow. Again, we're doing it the right way. So know you've made a wise decision. This does work. You're going to get results. You're going to finally get some traffic. You're going to finally get that lifeblood to your business. I pretty much guarantee you, if you haven't made the kind of money you want to make online yet, it's only because of one reason and one reason only, and that's traffic. That's traffic. You may have been thinking all along, oh, it's because I don't have a product. Look, if I get you traffic, you'll make some money. If you got to promote affiliate programs, you may not make as much money as if you get your own product, but we're going to get you started. We're going to get you that first thing that you just have to have. Then you can figure out how to be a world-class copywriter. Then you can figure out how to exactly what you're going to learn over the next few weeks that we have together. During week one, we're going to teach you the playground. All right, this is the module that we call the playground. This is the market selection, competitive analysis, and commercial intent module. And this is actually going to require a little research on your part. You're going to be filling out some handouts, some forms. I want you to get good at this because I want to ensure your success right from the beginning. So we're going to be playing it safe. I don't want you to go into a market that you may or may not win at. I want your first one to be a winner. All right, so we're going to make sure that happens. We're going to make sure that your first one is a winner by doing this part really, really, really well. In week two, you're going to get the bait. All right, so we're going to talk about content, where to get your content, how to write your content, the proper ways to format your content, including the proper ways to structure your website, how to do tagging, keywords, and things like that. This is all the on-page optimization stuff that you only have to do once. It's not that difficult, but it does take some time, and it's important. Some extras that you're going to get in this module are the themes and templates that we use. We're going to give you access to those. I'll warn you right now, some of the themes and templates that we use do cost a little bit of money. If you want to use what we use, we don't create everything from scratch. We go and utilize some of the resources that are already at our disposal. So I'm going to encourage you, point you in the direction of certain resources, but I'm always going to give you a free option. Okay, so you're not going to have to spend any additional money. But in some cases, if you want to use the tools that we use, you may have to come out of pocket a little bit, but not much. I mean, literally, for example, the WordPress theme that we use costs, I think, $40 or $50. So we're not talking massive, multi-$1,000 investments or anything like that. So don't worry about it. Don't freak out. And again, no matter what, we're going to make sure that we got a free or very, very, very low-cost option for you. In week three, we're going to get into priming the pump. This is your first phase of link building, driving those 10 to 30 quality authority links into your page. Now, some of the extras you're going to get are a quality link list, and here's the expectation that I want you to have for week three, because you may be thinking, gosh, Ryan, when am I going to start getting some traffic? Traffic starts in week three, and you're not going to necessarily be ranked number one. You might for some of the keywords if they're really non-competitive. The goal for week three is to get you out of the mud. To get you out of the mud. And what I mean by mud is everybody who's on page 4 and under. We've done a lot of research on this, and we found that in most markets, unless they're the ultra-competitive, mesothelioma, insurance quotes, mortgage leads, those kind of things, in most markets, once you get off of once you move beyond page 3, and in most cases even on, when you move beyond page 2, the websites that are on page 3 and below, or page 4 and below, typically have 0 inbound links. 0 inbound links. A lot of them have good content, but if you don't have any links, you'll always be stuck in the mud. So in week 3, we're going to get you out of the mud, and we're going to get you, hopefully on the first 3 pages of Google. And once you're on the first 3 pages of Google, once you're out of the mud, moving up is fairly easy, and that's exactly what's going to start happening in week 4 when we get to the shake. Okay, the shape. This is when we move into phase 2 of linking. We get you those 300 to 400 links. This is also when we start the activity process. If you recall, activity is a big aspect of the perpetual traffic formula. It's a big aspect of the ranking tribe. This is where activity begins. This is where your activity training is going to begin, and you're going to start, involving activity. So this is also, by the way, when you will first get access to our link bounder software, semi-automated linking tool. So this is when you get access to link bounder in week 4. Now, I know there's going to be some people who say, "Oh, can I please get access to link bounder before we get into week 4?" The answer is no. I'm sorry, I'm not going to give you access to link bounder until you're ready. The tool is simply way, way too powerful. I don't want you to go out there and drive a bunch of inbound links too soon. Remember, sequence and proportion. Sequence and proportion. To give you link bounder without giving you training, to give you link bounder without going through the playground and the bait and priming the pump, is akin to throwing the keys to a Ferrari to a 12-year-old. It's just a bad decision, and I'm not going to do it. I know there's going to be some people out there who get frustrated by that, but I'm sorry. So please don't ask. The answer will be no. And I just don't want people going out there, blowing up their websites, getting banned, and then coming back and blaming it on me. I'm not going to let that happen. Now, believe me, though, these first few weeks are going to go by really, really quickly. And again, in week 3, you'll start seeing some traffic. You'll start seeing some movement. So it's not like it'll be week 4 before anything happens, right? We got to build that foundation first before you start throwing additional links at it using link bounder. Now, the expectation after week 4 is that you'll be on page 1 through 3 in Google, preferably page 1 or 2 of Google, and that'll be the case for most markets. Again, not the super competitive ones. It may not be the case for your most desired keyword phrase, but for a lot of your other keywords, you'll start to see yourself popping up there on page 1 and page 2. Week 5, we get into the stir, and this is when we go nuts with activity. Again, we talk about activity a little bit in page 4 because you got to have that. If you don't have activity, you can't drive a lot of links. We are going to show you how to build some activity, but we really go activity crazy in week 5. And we're going to talk about visitor engagement. We're going to talk about activity loops. You're going to get some scripts and templates that we use, email scripts and email templates that we send out, again, to get people to come back to the website. Some scripts that we use when blog posting to encourage people and almost dare them to comment. You're going to get access to all that stuff. And the expectation after week 5, now you're on page 1 or 2 for virtually all of your 12 primary keywords and a number of other sub-keywords that you didn't even plan on ranking for. That's where we want to get you by week 5. Week 5, you should really be noticing a difference in your traffic levels. Week 6, that's when we unleash the hammer. This is massive linking, this is competition intimidation, and this is content syndication. And this is where you get to really open up link bounder. In week 4, when you first get access to link bounder, I'm going to heavily encourage you to only use 1 or 2 of the options that are in there. Link bounder has 8 different ways to drive inbound links. We're really only going to talk about 1 or 2 of them in week 4 because that's all you need to get those 300 to 400 necessary inbound links. Come week 6, we're opening up link bounder. The floodgates open. You can go crazy. You can go as insane as you want. Now's the time to throw as many links as you possibly need, and you'll know how many you need when it comes, because you will have figured that out in week 1. So in week 6, that's when the floodgates open. That's when you really achieve and lock in those 1, 2, or 3 ranking for your most desired keyword phrases, and that's really going to be cool. Yeah, I think you're going to get a lot out of that. Again, though, I don't want you to go crazy on link bounder until we get to week 6. You got to have the foundation. You need to get that sequence right, but you have to have that content and that activity foundation before you drive all these links that we do in week 6, or you're going to get banned. You're going to get blacklisted, and that'll be that. You'll have to start all over again. I don't want that to happen to you. Believe me, I've done it before. We've tested these things. It's no fun. It's no fun to have to throw out a perfectly good domain name, especially if you spend a little bit of money to acquire that domain name. I don't want you to do that. It's much better to play it safe, do it right the first time. If it takes a little bit longer, who cares? This is not, again, one of those super fast, quick and dirty traffic strategies. If that's what you want, and if that's what you think you're getting, please ask for a refund now. I want serious people in this who take a long-term approach to their business and who just, who are realistic. Because this, like I said at the beginning, this does actually work. It does work, but it's not one of these fly-by-night, oh, cool, I got, a whole bunch of traffic. It doesn't convert very well, but don't I feel warm and fuzzy? That's not what this is. This is real business stuff. In week 7, that's when we get into the factory. And this is